And
Yes.
finally, but not lastly, we have culture,
Right.
as we see a high-stake goal.
Hello everyone, we are the group 2 of managing projects in virtual teams. Our team consists of 5 members. The first one is Maya, who's an orange queen and our writer and editor. The second one is Egor, who's also orange queen and who's our video editor. The next one is Anastasia, the blue one and task assigner and graphic designer. Then there is Baris, who's a researcher and gay. And there's me, Natalia, and I'm the communication manager and process documentation person. So over the past month, our virtual management team has been tackling the issues presented in the case study. To find the best solution, we collaborated extensively across different levels and disciplines, leveraging the diverse backgrounds of our team members. Getting to know each other and setting a clear agenda was our first step in turning our project into reality. We used a variety of tools, including on-site meetings, Zoom sessions, and online planning tools to facilitate our collaboration. Direct communication with team members and feedback from our manager, Svetlana, were also essential. One of the challenges that we have faced as a team was carefully managing the initial planning phase of our project, as it was crucial for executing all key points and meeting project guidelines. Also, as we are all non-native English speakers, sometimes we had troubles with communication barriers, which made it difficult to fully understand each other's ideas and perspectives. However, we were able to overcome this challenge through patience and willingness to clarify and rephrase our thoughts. By working together collaboratively and leveraging our diverse backgrounds and skill sets, we were able to navigate these language barriers effectively. Ultimately, this experience strengthens our team dynamics and reinforces the importance of clear and consistent communication in project management. And that's all from my side. Now, Baris will present the case study overview. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalia Lietzer-Gronet, for this amazing introduction to our team. I will now continue with a short introduction to the case. Intertag is a German company that recently, approximately 20 years ago, acquired L'Oreal. And with this acquisition, 20 years afterwards, these engineers from both teams were now given a new project to work on. This project, called Future Plus, has or is of significant interest to Intertech, and it might even impact the future of research and development at the French side. With Future Plus, Intertech aims to create technological innovation with the intention to create a product that could potentially lead the market, but not just lead the market, it could also potentially open up new customer target groups. So with this pressure in mind, with the aim of Future Plus, I now want to talk about a few problems that have recently arisen during the project implementation phase. And in this case, I don't just want to talk about the general organization, the structures, language barriers, or communication in general, not just about cultural differences and both physical and emotional distance, but really I want to offer as a tool, which we will see on the next slide over here, that is a 3-factor model. A 3-factor model consisting of a matrix in a way that looks at people, culture, and context in a different and differentiated manner. I want to start with context because I've already touched on that a bit. The topic is of immense interest and importance for both Intertech, but even more so for the French side, as in a way their jobs might depend on it. It is the first or really a big project in cooperation between the French and German side, which creates a lot of anxiety and rumors within the working atmosphere at the French side and also at the German side. Obviously, this has an impact on the culture bubble in this case, because these high-stake goals create a lot of pressure in the working environment for all the involved employees. This is furthermore highlighted then by cultural misunderstandings, as in this case we have an international project going on. French employees aren't accustomed to German culture and German employees aren't accustomed to French culture, resulting perhaps in different work values in a way. Um, this is highlighted by different problem-solving styles, German employees being more detail-oriented and French employees being more on the go, in a way, more solution-driven. In general, all of this has a huge impact on the people that are impacted by this project. Our last bubble, besides this very obvious language barrier issue with German employees not speaking French and French employees not speaking German, or the lack of English knowledge in this case, the employees simply don't know each other that well. Even more so with two different companies, with two different company cultures, German employees are not as attached to their company name as French employees are to L'Oréal, simply because it is a traditional company. Thank you.
Okay, then I worked on the second question, which reveals the existing and potential future success factors, including the contextual influencing factors like semi-direct communication with a band of management creative leaders and internationally experienced employees working for multinational companies with global strategies, cultural factors like common grounding in the technical aspects and employee training, relatively similar cultural spheres, similar languages, and some knowledge of English as a lingua franca, and of course pre-existing Franco-German projects to build on. And finally, the people influencing factors like bilingual and culturally sensitive team leaders and leaders who were also engineers. Moreover, after the reading of additional texts, we came up with the future measures that we're going to take and the possible solutions to the problem that we would want to implement in this case. At first, we would want to organize English lessons for the group members who have lack of English knowledge. Because employees from both German and French companies have issues with the English language, and that results in significant communication issues between the members of the team from different countries on the personal level, as well as issues with writing and reading important corporate documents, which are written in the English, which is a common language. And this is one of the most important steps in creating a well-working team, as there can be no normal communication by the team members without them mastering the communication tools. Secondly, we would like to divide complex independent tasks into smaller ones, as with a higher level of interdependency and complexity of the tasks, it is more likely for the conflicts to appear and to be initiated. And this is a step that does not require any additional finance or resources from the company, so we think that it's essential to initiate it because it's very efficient, but it does not require any finance. And as the main step, we think that it's very important to organize the offline collaborative team trainings. In a situation of complete and structured intercultural work, one of the main factors of the failed communication is the disordered perception of the teammates. Working with the new people from the new culture may result in a very distorted picture of the people who one works with. Employees from one side perceive the others as a bunch of differences and problems. Forced toleration of those problems might just result into a stronger stratification and the rise in conflicts. And to prevent this, we need to organize a team building event, which will let the employees to communicate in not as co-workers, but in a more relaxed environment. So they will think about them as humans. Such informal communication might prevent stratification issues. Moreover, we should organize a team building exercise so the team goes through the conflicts and simulated environment can pass through the simulated environment and can pass through the stage very softly. At first we would want to do this offline and we should do this collaborative, but in fact, in the case it's impossible to do this, we would want to organize an offline, just an offline team gathering or an online team training.
I'll now go a little into detail about the tools that we've been using as a team. So first of all, when we had our first meeting back in person in the middle of March, we were still starting out and getting comfortable with the Padlet tool that you can see here on the upper left side. And yeah, we were just experimenting with the different possibilities it has to offer. And the more we worked together, the more tools we already also started using, like Miro, for example, that you can see here on this side. And yeah, we wrote down lots of thoughts and processes there, whereas Padlet was more of like the base back office for our work. And there was also Miro linked here, and other things like the Google Drive and also Trello and the timeline and so on. And yeah, after our first online session, where we also had like this moment where we tried our tools, we also used the Gantt chart more. And what we also noticed is that Trello is kind of more structured in a way, so maybe it would have been better if we started out with Trello instead of Padlet. But in any way, we just kept it because we already started out with that, and we didn't also want to lose ourselves in the whole like variety of tools, because it can get very overwhelming, especially for beginners. And also, yeah, Zoom, we used Zoom as well for our second meeting, because that was really necessary, because not all of us were in the city of Vienna. And yeah, I think working with all of these tools was a nice exercise and gave us a good glimpse into how a virtual team can work together and how it looks and feels like. And yeah, that's it for my part. Thank you.
In the field of management, the ability to deal with group dynamics is often just as crucial as the content itself. And the tasks of analyzing a complex case study presented our group with numerous hurdles that tested our problem-solving skills. Working with a variety of personas and working strategies presented us with a number of challenges. From different communication styles to opposing approaches to problem-solving, managing these differences required a delicate balance of compromise and collaboration. The logistical challenge of finding suitable meeting places and times between group members' academic and personal and professional commitments made our collaboration even more complex. Another obstacle was encountered was the dispersion of group members during the holiday season. Due to scheduling difficulties and geographical distances, organizing meetings became a logistical challenge. This highlighted the importance of maintaining consistent communication channels. We realized that we needed to adapt and switch to online meetings via platforms such as Zoom. But even this transition was not without challenges, as we had to deal with malfunctioning audio equipment and intermittent connectivity issues. But it was during these difficult moments that our group showed adaptability. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, we used technology to encourage communication and collaboration. Using Zoom's chat feature, we found an alternative way to share ideas and clarify doubts when we faced audio issues. This not only ensured that our discussions remained inclusive, but also reinforced our commitment to finding innovative solutions in uncertainties. In addition, the experience served as a self-observation, prompting us to reflect on our individual communication styles and tendencies to collaborate. By fostering an environment of open dialogue and mutual respect, we were able to reduce potential conflicts and build on each other's team member strengths. As we reflect on our experience, we not only gain a deeper understanding of the case study, but also new insights into the power of teamwork and resilience in the face of challenges.
After the end of the execution phase, it was time to do the closing part of the project. In this part, team members decided to do the evaluation of their own and the teamwork. It consisted of 3 steps. At first, there was a Google form that consisted of around 10 questions and presented the structured way to analyze individual and team performance. If you want to know the results of the Google form in more details, you can pause the video and take a look at them. Then there was the Miro board, where the team members could write the good and the bad parts of our teamwork in this project. The details of the results you can also see if you pause the video. And then, at the end, we also decided to do the asynchronous feedback, which was performed via Loom, a platform designed for the asynchronous communication
of the team members, where each member made their own feedback from their house separately.
Hi, I think that as a team we performed very well. We managed to finish all the assignments and to create a unique atmosphere that really helped me while working. Also, as an individual, I really enjoyed the task that was assigned for me, so a communication manager, and I overall think that all of the tasks were well assigned to people in our group.
So I love working together with my teammates. I think we have a really good connection to each other. The task distribution was, in my opinion, also very well done. I, for my part, for example, had a lot of fun creating the presentation slides. Our meetings were also very fun and productive at the same time as well. And yeah, I just recommend any of my team members anytime.
I think that our team performed really good, especially in terms of doing everything on time and having enough time to change something. So in the end, I think that we were really good, and I thank you all for this wonderful project.
Team had a great connection, and we were able to incorporate people's strengths, abilities, and resources when we assigned the tasks to each team member. And I overall really enjoyed being part of team number 2.
Working with this group was a lot of fun, especially during our online meetings, and especially so with Maya Stoll and what he had to say during our online meetings. I feel like what Maya said was quite life-changing in many ways, and he has definitely helped me become a better human being. Yes, all of this thanks to Maya Stoll.